I spent 38 years in a profession that placed a great deal of emphasis on values-based leadership. We believed in all those virtues of leadership that enable you to be a better citizen, to be a better leader, to create organizations of value and organizations that people enjoy being a part of. As I was leaving the service, I noticed that a hue and cry, if you will, for that type of, those types of organizations that would develop leaders that would be values-based, that would try to inspire people, motivate and educate people toward professional ethics, personal integrity, and selfless service. And it was that desire that led me toward North Carolina State, my alma mater, and creating the Shelton Leadership Center. I'm a big believer that character development starts in the home at a very early age and then continues on over into our elementary schools, high schools, right on up into our universities and into organizations. The desire to start early, I think, was driven by the fact that as a young person, I had been raised in a community that consisted of individuals of what Tom Brokaw called the greatest generation. I was reared in a church environment. I went to a school that strongly believed in starting the day with the Pledge of Allegiance. Prayer was common. And as such, I grew up in an environment that stressed the types of values that we're attempting to create in today's environment. However, today's youth face, in many cases, a very different environment that they're being brought up in. And therefore, anything that we can do to help in the process of coaching, teaching, and mentoring in a manner that develops values-based leaders is a very worthy cause.
NC State University's General Hugh Shelton Leadership Challenge Institute is a unique one-week summer experience for high school students based on General Shelton's signature leadership values of honesty, integrity, compassion, diversity, and social responsibility. By exploring these cornerstone values throughout the week, participants gain a greater understanding of how to apply high moral standards when making decisions and graduate with the skills they need to become effective leaders.
This institute gives campers, students, unique opportunities they wouldn't get anywhere else, and it puts them in situations that are different and uncomfortable, yet the support group that they get from their peers in their group and from the peer leaders and CMTs is really what builds them into leaders.
This year's summer experience was developed in collaboration with professionals associated with grades K through 12, higher education, the military, and program graduates. The core curriculum focuses on leadership roles and accountability, team building and leadership styles and situations. It also features workshops on motivating others, citizen responsibility, integrity as a leader, public speaking, changing behaviors, and goal setting. The Institute's experienced staff uses innovative hands-on methods to teach these skills and to highlight the cornerstone values that link them. A key aspect of the Shelton Leadership Challenge is the opportunity students have to actively take on leadership roles as a way to learn leadership values. Students also participate in 360-degree evaluations conducted by various coaches and peer leaders. Reflection is a key component of each exercise and daily review, allowing participants to evaluate themselves in a peer-guided setting and to set goals for the week as well as the future.
I don't think there's any better example of what this program has meant to young people than when you look at the numbers of people that elect to come back after the first year, many of which did not want to come to start with or felt pressured to come, but who saw the value of it and saw what it had done for them, and therefore elected to come back the second year as a peer leader or continue, some of them up to 3 and 4 years. that's great testimony to what they got out of it and what they see that it contributes to young people and their desire to be a part of it.
There's this classroom approach, but there was also so much hands-on. We got to go on a ropes course, we got to participate in a service project, there were lots of team building games, so it really hit home with me because it wasn't just let's watch, a presentation, but let's actually do something with it. And I've made friends that I still talk to today and was so impressed with the program that afterwards I decided that I wanted to remain involved, and I volunteered as a peer leader for the next 2 years.
The Institute also offers a second year, or a Take Two course, that allows returning program graduates to expand their knowledge and leadership skills. This advanced course focuses on practicing social responsibility by integrating the program's cornerstone values with social action and project management techniques. The course also explores many other key elements of great leadership, including how to build a team effectively, strategic visioning and planning, trustworthiness, loyalty, diversity and inclusion, public speaking, and recognition and resource development. This program culminates in team projects that incorporate all of the leadership elements highlighted during the week. These projects emphasize hands-on experience, taking on responsibility, and following through to project completion. Whether a student completes the first year or second year course, participants graduate from the program ready to take on leadership roles in their schools, communities, and beyond. General Shelton is a man who stands up for what he believes in and who models the exact values he advocates to those who aspire to be admirable leaders. A lot of the times at the camp, we would do activities that would try to make it real for you in life when you went back from the camp, how you would apply it. And we had this one activity where it was you used your body to go in different places and say what you agreed with and what you didn't agree with. And I really thought to myself, I really hope I take this back to Raleigh and my life and take these values. And then there was this one time and an instance had occurred at school, and my friend Hill and I had both been through the program and said, I just decided that this wasn't something the general would approve of. And that's when I decided that I wasn't going to participate in it and I was going to bring it to the attention of the administration because the general lives a great life through his morals, and that's something that I want to do too.
One of the biggest failures that I ever had in my life came about as a result of when I applied to enter North Carolina State. I came out of a very small high school. My graduating class was 12 strong. I was not academically prepared for what a university like North Carolina State would throw at me. I thought I was because I was a straight-A student and I didn't have to study. I played basketball and all those other things that kids do, baseball, etc. But now I was up against a different challenge. And if you look at my first semester transcript, please don't, because it would be shocking. I was almost an abject and total failure. I mean, I hit the rock bottom. And of course, my parents expected better from their all-star high school student who now obviously was messing around at school and not studying. But I really was applying myself to a degree, but I just wasn't prepared for the type of engineering courses that were thrown at me, mathematics, etc. And so I hit rock bottom, and I had to say, okay, I'm a better person than this. I'm not going to let this big university get me down. I'm going to have to apply myself. And I applied that old principle, the harder you work, the luckier you get. And I was able to come back and ultimately graduate with a respectable average, even though I had a tough road to pull up that first semester's average. So you don't let failure get you down. You buckle down, you say, I'm going to go for it. And I wasn't the valedictorian of my class at NC State, nor was I the ROTC brigade commander, the colonel, if you will, student that was selected to be the top man. But by the way, he didn't make it through Ranger School and I did. And so if you decide you want to apply yourself and go for the gold standard, the high bar, if you will, you can do it. And that's what we want to instill in our young people that attend the Institute as well. Go for what you want, set the goals you want in life and go for it. You can succeed.